Shall we get some food? Hey, buddy. Should we try and do this? Hi!
San Francisco Asian food.
San Francisco was recently ranked as the #10 food capital in the world. An Asian population of 35%. You know there's going to be some good Asian food, right?
Search 5 of the best spots in the city for Asian grub.
We had some classic Cantonese. Some of the spiciest dishes. Peppers. Endless fusion fun.
Get yours.
World-renowned Japanese. San Francisco's best dim sum. Oh, and one more thing.
Hit that like button and leave a comment.
The YouTube overlords like to see them.
And we love chatting with you.
Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Likes, comments, all the things.
Grab your top 6 and dig in with us.
Let's eat.
Enjoy the episode.
Enjoy the episode.
Enjoy the episode.
Let's do it.
Chinatown.
Yeah, we're supposed to get.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
We're going to RNG Lounge.
You know what? The noodles are good. The food's good. Turn across the street and turn right a block and a half. See you guys.
Number 1. We had some classic Cantonese.
At Orangey Lounge. Lounge? Doesn't sound that fancy.
Salt and pepper crab.
Hot and sour soup.
Mabo tofu. Snow peas and water chestnut. Chicken fried rice.
Thank you. Too
much food. We got Tsingtao.
okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So here's a pro tip. We called in and made reservations and avoided a huge line to wait for a seat.
It actually is a cool place.
Starting with a bit of the hot and sour soup. It looks legit. Sometimes hot and sour is really thick. This just seems more soupy. Very satisfying. That's my pick for a dish, the salt and pepper crab. I wasn't expecting it to be so huge or so fried. Gotta crack it. Salt and pepper crab wasn't a great start for us. It's not very traditional.
So let me choose the food.
Did I fail? I'm gonna let her choose Asian dishes from now on.
I'm ordering the Asian food.
Bring us the other food. The mabu tofu. Once Hejin's orders were coming out, things started to turn around.
Spicy.
That mabu tofu is spicy. Nice and garlicky. You've had a lot of rice in your days, so you must be the master of rice.
Every piece of rice is good. I like your bread.
Oh, thank you.
Is it beans inside?
It's called a snow pea.
So you put it out?
Pretty yum, huh? One of my favorite things at the RNG Lounge was their simple chicken fried rice.
I liked it because it didn't really have veggies in it. My second favorite rice.
It was delicious. For such a simple dish, it had so much flavor. Final thoughts on RNG Lounge? Yeah.
Oma's other food is... My food is...
We destroyed this meal, and needless to say, RNG Lounge is a really good option. Good night.
Good night.
Came to So, which was a recommendation of Darren and Mimi. We are temporarily closed until further notice. Huge apologies. And we just got an Uber to head back. So Ben has given us a place called Mr. Jew's. Hey, thank you, Ben. Ben really turned our night around. It was here. It's closed. So Mr. Jew's is closed. Why is every place closed tonight? Tonight is the night of completely blown up plans. Oh, we get to see Chinatown.
That one?
We could do Hunan. I'm not seeing any bad reviews. Let's go. So is this it? Hunan House. So here we go. Number 2.
Hunan House.
So we stumbled across this place, which turned out to be an amazing find. So many pictures. This goes on and on. Torin, did you see they have a spicy duck's tongue?
Is that real tongue?
It is real tongue. They're frog legs too. Fancy beer. It looks like wine. We learned very quickly that Hunan Cuisine is famous for spice. I mean, look at all those peppers. And these turned out to be some of the most enjoyably spicy dishes we've ever had. Super garlicky. Torin's dish. Look at that pile of rice. I bet you'll finish most of it. Every time it's on the menu, we always have to get don noodles. It's a good test of a place's noodle prowess, and these did not disappoint. Hunan House was a lucky find for us, and if you're ever in Chinatown and in need of something spicy, don't pass it up. Alright, Chubby Noodle. Come on, kiddo. Let's go. Hello. Number 3, the Endless Fusion Fun.
Chubby Noodle.
This was a recommendation we got from a couple on the gondola in Whistler just a few days before. It's a set price of $45 for the brunch. You get a choice of 15 different things to eat and 3 different drinks, endless amounts of each. They reserve the right, of course, to cut you off.
Duckies.
The brunch is a 90-minute session, so there is a limit.
They just bring you a bunch of stuff to sample, and then from that you get to choose more of whatever you want.
It was a total food free-for-all, which was awesome. Although it took about 20 minutes for the first dish to come out.
Sir, some pork wontons.
So these are the pork wontons.
And then once the food started to flow, it was almost hard to keep up.
You want to try mimosa?
Look, we got duckies again. Ducky! Chicken tacos.
Pretty good. The sweet sauce.
And Torin seemed to really like the tacos. Asian fusion tacos, you wonder? Delicious.
Tacos super good. It's powering it.
And tacos were just the beginning. Green beans, salt and pepper shrimp, don noodles, chicken chow mein. It seemed the feast had no end in sight.
So much food.
We were now meant to order what we wanted from the samples so far, but we had no room left. I don't think they're used to people ordering nothing.
The amount that they brought for us to sample is so much food. And here comes the last round of the tester, Kung Pao Wing. Yeah, this is more than enough food.
I don't know how people order more food after this, but everyone was. All in all, it was a super fun brunch, and a hip and modern contrast to the traditional Asian food we were having.
It is a little bit loud and crazy, but it's a fun environment. Come hungry. That's my recommendation. We finished it. In San Fran is
Number 4, world-renowned Japanese.
Ippudo.
Ippudo. Ippudo is a chain focused on simple but high-quality Japanese food with locations all over the world.
No matter where it is always yummy. And it was comfy and nice.
The menu is simple with a heavy focus on ramen, where you can add extras and even order extra noodles at whatever firmness you want. Somewhere along the line, Reg and I have each learned our own ways of folding the chopstick sleeve. If any of you guys have techniques for that. Torin wants to learn them both. You come up with a way. That's it. That is the most efficient way to hold it. And then you can put it on the table. Absolutely genius.
Can we drink now?
Ah, the pork buns. These always remind me of Momofuku, where I had them for the first time in 2003. Look at that big piece of pork. They're messy, but delicious, and they go down easy. What'd you get, buddy?
It's karaage. The chicken was very yummy.
Thank you.
One of the things that can make or break a ramen is the broth. And Ippudo makes some of the best broth in the world. I got the spicy ramen with extra firm noodles. I mean, look at that broth. Delicious. It was satisfyingly spicy. And the noodles were so al dente, they were almost crunchy.
So hot. One ramen each wasn't enough, so we got a classic ramen to share. All the ramen is top notch. The original is pleasantly mild, but for me, the spicy one's the way to go. If you happen to be in a city that has an Ippudo, just go. It's guaranteed to be good. Hey.
We're going to
Hey.
a late breakfast.
It's at a dim sum place. You know, they walk around with carts and you get to order whatever you see. It's like
I'm gonna get rice and like some chicken.
Probably looks cool, huh, Torin?
Number 5.
Yank sing.
It's a dim sum place called Yank the Rincon Center. My brother and sister-in-law had recommended. And according to many we talked to, Yank was the best dim sum you could find. And try to book a table as close to when they open as possible, because as big as this place is, it fills up pretty quickly.
Sat down and then like immediately they come with a tray with random food. Is that how they bring it?
Yeah. What is that? No. And you just look
And
in.
you see something that looks interesting, just say, yes, please. They're gonna add up all the things that... I love being able to see your food before you decide to get it.
You can order stuff.
Round 1 consisted of soup pork dumplings, shrimp and crab dumplings, shrimp and chive dumplings, sticky rice, and steamed pork buns, my absolute favorite.
Soup dumpling, little amount of soup with that red vinegary sauce on it was good.
These are my own personal pillows of heaven.
Love it.
The bread's my favorite part.
And sure enough, by 12, it was packed. We kicked off round 2 with mixed spring rolls. Followed up by Chinese broccoli with oyster sauce, and pork and shrimp shumai, and pork spare ribs. Rice is the finisher. So this is that last strategic push of dim sum. You need to think carefully about what the last couple orders are going to be. Maybe another steamed pork bun, sesame ball. Always gotta finish with the sesame balls. Love it. Even if my stomach is completely full to the brim, I still have to find room for the sesame balls. Happy place. It's clear that Asian food in San Francisco is many levels above the rest. It was a pretty awesome meal.
And I really like the food.
Yank is certainly worth a visit. What was your favorite of all 5?
Orangey Lounge.
It's the Classic Cantonese. I'm gonna go with Yank. I love a good dim sum, and that was probably some of the best I've had.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the things.
Again.
Again.
Leave another comment.
Leave 3, leave 4.
It's a bit loud, huh? Are you singing?